Guys, welcome back. In case you missed it, last week we completed our shopping cart.
Get in, we're going shopping!
Joe, did you see that?
I did see it. I rode in it, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Anyway, we have a lot of fun videos planned with that, so stick around. Subscribe if you haven't already to see us do goofy things with the shopping cart. I may or may not have paid the whole $5 necessary. Really bit my wallet to apply for a world record. Just throwing that out there. Ooh. We'll see in about 12 weeks when they get around to reviewing it if they accept it or not.
I see.
It'll be kind of interesting.
What was the record on?
Oh, you'll have to wait and see.
Oh,
I'll tell you later, but they'll have to wait. Because it probably won't get... let's be real here. I don't know
Guys,
what the process
you know
is
it's
like.
real when Peter says subscribe. He doesn't say that very often.
That's true.
So you probably should
Probably do it. All right. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who has subscribed. Joe, we have 96 subscribers. Can you believe that?
No, blows my mind every day.
It's incredible. Anyway.
I swear I'm not joking. It literally blows my mind.
No, it does.
That 100 people said, yes, I want to watch this content every week.
It's crazy. I have some news stories that I want to just touch on, but we're going to try to fast pass these so we can get to a text conversation that I had with a very interesting gentleman who was looking at purchasing a car from me. So
the real meat and potatoes.
Yeah, stay tuned from that. But really quick, Joe Lamborghini is planning on releasing a replacement for the Aventador sometime. I don't know when.
Oh, they do every once in a while?
Which they do occasionally. And you know what it'll have? It'll have a V12, but it won't just be a V12 because it's going to be a hybrid vehicle.
So like a Prius.
So it's like a Prius, except for horrible fuel economy and horribly unreliable and way too expensive.
And too low to the ground, not easy to park, no trunk space. You can only fit one person in there.
It does look cool, though.
You know, guys, you could paint a Prius green for cheaper than a Lamborghini.
That is true, though. You could do that.
Although, on a serious note, isn't like the whole like hybrid thing, it's just like, because it means hybrid because it has an electric motor in it.
Yes.
Because electric motors spin up really quickly, like redonkulously fast.
Yes.
And the V12 is there to provide the power.
Pretty much, yeah. So you got your acceleration plus your top speed. Could be a cool idea. I don't know, but it was worth making a joke about. Anyway, Pontiac. Here's a Pontiac Trans Am. And they just won the Hot Wheels contest that they have going on. If you're interested in watching it, I believe it's all on YouTube, where you can watch them feature all the different cars. They had a bunch of people send in their cars so that they could decide which one they were going to turn into a Hot Wheels car, a little toy, which was pretty cool to have your build that you work so hard on be sort of immortalized via Hot Wheels.
Maybe I'll buy that.
That'd be pretty cool.
You know, not gonna lie.
Actually, that'd look good on the desk.
It would. Actually, we probably should get one of those.
Yeah, we should.
See, every time I like pass by an aisle and there's like a pile of Hot Wheels, I always like take a second and I'm like, so that's what they're doing nowadays.
Hot Wheels remains to be...
the best thing you can do with 97 cents?
Yes, absolutely. Moving on. And let's really fast track these, Joe, because we're losing the interest from the viewers. 2021 Porsche 911 GT3 coming soon with a 4.0 flat 6-speed manual.
Wow! I like to point out the rear of the Porsche does look like RoboCop.
It does. Moving on, Maserati has released a drawing of a car that they'll never make.
It's square. It's cool.
Joe.
Yeah.
I understand you have something.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, I was surfing YouTube and those late night, things like everybody does nowadays.
Yeah.
And this popped up. It was a crash test. It was a 2009 Chevy Malibu versus a 1959 Chevy Bel Air. So in case you guys are wondering, here it is.
So this is what a new Chevy versus an old Chevy. Well, this is what happens when they crash into each other.
Exactly.
Oh my God. I can see why they've upgraded the standards.
Now, I'd like to point out, I know this was for science and all that. Shame on you. How dare you crash a classic car like that? Now, it was a Chevy.
That is true.
But still, how dare you?
Joe, come on, man. That's a classic.
I said it's a Chevy, but how dare you?
Beautiful.
It is.
I love it.
Now, see, the thing is, apparently this was to prove that, newer cars are safer than old cars. We knew that. I didn't have to crash them to figure that out.
Actually, I didn't know that. I'm a little ashamed to say. I thought that it would have held up a little better just because of... You think of old cars as these bricks that'll...
They are bricks.
Go through a wall, but definitely not.
They will. They'll go through a wall as they tear themselves apart.
And the steering
column will impale you
through your face. Yeah. Okay, well...
It's a shame.
That is a shame.
Now we know how it is. You don't have to crash any more classic cars.
Joe, I have some other news for you.
Okay.
You actually don't know this, but I recently got my motorcycle license.
Congratulations.
It's very exciting stuff. You know, I actually got my motorcycle license before the guy who actually drives a motorcycle.
Funny stuff here.
Sorry, Leo. I just had to make fun of you a little bit. I'm sorry.
You're not here to defend yourself. We're making fun of you.
He does have his permit, by the way. He doesn't go out riding a motorcycle without, like, legally being able to. But anyway, I beat you to the chase, Leo. Okay, so let's get to these text messages. So I'm trying to get some money for this vet that I happen to own, and I get a text out of the blue. Are you still selling the Chevy Corvette? Yes, I am. Are you still selling the Chevy Corvette? A day later. Yes, I am. How's the body? Any dings on it? Do you do your oil changes routinely? I said the body's pretty good. I change every 3K, full synthetic. This is true. Are you ready to show it tomorrow or the day after? What time is going to work for you? Now, this is where things get a little interesting, okay? Up to this point, it's been a pretty normal Craigslist encounter. But something strange here happens because I say that I'm gone from 11 to 3, and any other time is fine. So this is his response. Okay, let's do that then. Tomorrow, 11 a.m., okay? No, dude, I'm gone. I just said that.
I can't do 11 to 3. How does 11 work?
Before I arrange a day off, do you have the national title verification, all one word, space, question mark? Now, you could just be
I feel like you put the space in the wrong spot.
Yes, he did. I don't know what that is. I have the title because I'm like, I legit don't know what this guy's talking about. And he informs me it's the papers you pull up as the owner. I never knew that. Maybe it's because I'm new to this whole car selling thing, but as the owner of the car, I've never heard that you're supposed to pull up the national title verification. I've never even heard of that.
As somebody who sold a car before.
Okay. Tell me, enlighten me, Joe.
The guy was like, can I have it? And I was like, yeah, sure. It's $500. And then he came over to my house.
And he paid you $500.
He actually paid me $450. He was a shrewd negotiator.
Shrewd negotiator.
Yes. I really kind of wanted it gone anyway.
Right. As shown by the $500 price tag.
Yes, I know. And I was like, hey, can you sign this, or can we put the title in your name so I'm not legally responsible for it anymore?
Right.
Bye.
And
he left.
Wow. So at this point, I'm like, is this a scam? Because this is Craigslist, right? Craigslist is not exactly known for its...
He sounds like a scammer.
It is a VIN check website, I found out. It's like nicb.org, or it's like Carfax. So I say, here's the VIN number. I give him the VIN number. No response. Several days later. Are you selling the Chevy Corvette?
Yes.
2 seconds later. Are you selling the Chevy Corvette? I say, yes, I am. He says, by the way, can you send the national title verification? I gave him the VIN number to do the check, and he didn't do it. So anyway, I say no. And he says, I'm serious enough to drive down there, taking a day off work and dragging a friend with me, just to be able to pick up the vehicle without at least the report. He's insisting on this.
Even if he wants it, usually, like, if you want to get a Carfax done, usually the person who is going to buy the car usually is kind of interested in it and will pay the $30 fee.
Well, I would hope so. Did you read my text? Is this a scam? What do you mean scam? What do you mean a scam, Joe?
Scamming over here.
I ran a couple of reports in the past, never had any issues. I trust the results, that's why I recommend, he says. And so I send him the text again where I send him the VIN number. I just copy paste. And he said, you can run the report on your own vehicle. I'm at work now. He's a busy guy, what can I say? You're asking thousands of dollars here.
Yes.
Because it is unlike Joe's broken down truck.
Yes.
I'm selling a Chevy Corvette.
That works.
That is actually functioning.
It works.
Sorry, bud. I don't think it's unreasonable request. I'm taking time off of work and paying someone to drive me down. I would recommend running the report so you know for sure it hasn't been altered or doctored by the seller. I mean, that is a reasonable point, no? I mean, I'm kind of throwing this out there for validation to make sure I'm not the idiot, I guess. If it's not worth it to you to pay the $25 or whatever it is for you to know you are getting a good car, I can safely assume you are not serious about this purchase. Therefore, me showing you the car is a waste of my time. Let me know if you have any other questions. I don't think he read that text because he said basically the exact same thing. Look, it's not an unreasonable request to ask the history of something you expect me to pay thousands of dollars for. You know what, buddy? I totally agree. You should totally run that report.
Yes.
It's very worth your time and money.
Exactly.
Even though you're at work. I'm not negotiating or haggling you. I will be taking time off work and paying someone to drive me down. Yours is the one I like most out of 3 that I picked out. Let me know if you're ready to make a deal. I'm ready to make a deal if you are. And then I said, okay, sure. When you come over, can you bring some Thai food? I'm kind of hungry. Thai food spelled wrong, by the way.
I think the Thai food was asking a little much of him there.
Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, guys, let me know if you've ever had any encounters like this. Maybe I'm the idiot, Joe. Maybe, maybe I'm being unreasonable here for not buying this guy.
I've had a few conversations, not quite like this, about buying and selling vehicles.
Yeah.
And it's mostly like, well, hey, that's great. I'll meet you like real quick. Yeah, sure. I can do this time. Mm-hmm. And then I went, I looked at the vehicle and I was like, this is a pile of garbage on wheels.
Do you think this guy is just young and he doesn't know what's going on, or do you think he's a little slow?
I think it's a scam.
You think it is a scam? So 16-year-old...
Well, either that
16-year-old who's never bought a car before, someone who's just a little dumb, maybe both, or a scam. What do you think? What are you taking?
I think all parts.
Oh, really?
Could
a 16-year-old who's kind of dumb and is trying to scam you.
Is trying to scam you, yes. There are prank callers out there.
Well, I hope he brings the Thai food when he comes, at least.